Hello, everybody. This is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and I'm doing a video here now because of this craziness. What's going on with this cancer-causing weed kill that they found in cereal? And I've been wanting to discuss this all day because this is just crazy. And the people that usually eat cereal are our children, right? We usually feed it to them. So, what are we going to do now that we find out that many people have been feeding their children this cancer-causing weed killer? And this is what it comes down to, folks. You see, you're not going to hear this stuff in the news, or you're not going to hear Dr. Oz talking about this on TV or something else. So you got a whole bunch of parents and adults who usually just believe what they hear on the news. They're not going to do anything about this. I mean, you would think that when you find out there's cancer-causing toxic chemicals in a food, that company would literally go out of business. That's what you would think, right? Because why would I want to eat cancer-causing chemicals or put it in my body or my children's bodies, right? And everyone's in an uproar over this thing, this cancer-causing weed killer, which is actually a chemical found in Roundup, which is one of the most toxic substances on the planet, let alone that we put in our body and our children's body. But these companies aren't going out of business. I mean, most people won't even hear of this story. But here's the issue. Here's the big issue, folks. When you eat unorganic food, you're putting cancer-causing toxins in your body. Why isn't that in the news as well? I mean, this might as well say unorganic food causes cancer. It's people haven't done anything about it for a long time. People look at it, well, it's cheaper, so I'm going to buy that one. Cancer-causing weed killer. Cancer-causing chemicals are in your food. What are you going to do about it? Well, it's cheaper. I'm just going to buy that one. We need to stop thinking with our wallet, and we need to start thinking with our health, because in the long run, it's going to cost a lot more money to put these chemicals inside our bodies. And I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention, because if you are a parent and you are feeding your children, or if you yourself is eating this type of cereal, you need to be serious about it. I mean, I've always thought Quaker oatmeal was a food that wasn't too good, but wasn't too bad. Maybe it was in the middle or something else. Anything to do with Quaker oats, and then Cheerios is supposed to be the healthy of all the unhealthy ones. It's supposed to be the healthy, right? Well, no. So let me just read the beginning here. It says in August, the EWG conducted the first study, which found, well, let's see. Let's go back to the beginning. It said dozens of cereals, oatmeals, and snack bars contain trace amounts of weed killer that had been linked to cancer. A new report says. First of all, what in the world is weed killer doing in food? Why in the world would that happen? You see, when you really have to think about what's going on and you understand what's really happening, when you go out of your house and you look up in the sky and you see all these chemtrails, which is chemical trails that are being poured on us every single day, when you are surrounded by EMFs from all the radio waves and everything else, when you are not told that it's not dangerous to use a microwave, and all these other things that the powers that be know are harmful for us, you don't really have to question what in the world is trace chemicals of weed kill doing in our food. It shouldn't even be in there at all. Folks, we're talking about this toxic chemical. So instead of thinking, wow, I can't eat that, think, well, why in the world would it be there to begin with? And this is a big issue. So it says, released by the Environmental Working Group, the EWG, the report found that 26 of 28 oat-based cereal products that were tested at harmful levels of glyphosate, the main ingredient in Roundup. What? I mean, what are they, right next to a company that's making Roundup, and they say, oh, let's go next door and get some of this and just pour it in here in the mixture? How in the world do you get this chemical in the food? Is anyone even asking this question? It's just insane. It says products include, of course, we want to know about the products, but don't be naive to think that the product you're eating aren't just as bad or do not contain chemicals or is okay or something like this. It's crazy how much people think that they're not eating something toxic. And I tell you what, just about every cereal in the aisle is toxic. And then the chemical loaded milk that you put on top of it makes it even more toxic. So it says here, products include various Cheerios and Quaker Oats. And how long has this been going on for is another question. How long have they been doing this for? It's just insane. So very included variations of Cheerios and Quaker Oats, including Honey Nut Cheerios, Quaker Oatmeal, Square Honey Nut, and Quaker Oat overnight brand oats or whatever. Listen, not only how did they get this in there, how did they test for it? What did somebody was sleeping and had a dream? I wonder if there's Roundup in cereal, and they just decided to test for it. This is insane. It says none of the products in the new report had levels above what is allowed by the Environmental Protection Agency, but the EWO argues that customers should be concerned that any levels are being detected in products, consumers, and children every day. Now, let me ask you this: if they're in these products, do you understand they put Roundup and other chemicals on grass that cows and cattle and sheep eat, and it gets in their body, and they're chemicals, so they don't dissipate. When you eat them, you get them in your body. Where's the study showing? Studies show there are trace amounts or abundance amounts of this chemical in the animals you eat. Where's those reports? And what determines an organic animal? If it's eating on organic grass or if it's eating grass that's been sprayed by this stuff? Like, what is it? So we need to be aware of these different things. And then it says in August, they conducted the study. And now we're first hearing about it. Now it's October. If you think this was bad enough, why not say something immediately? I mean, literally, it says that in August, they found this. And now they're saying something. So this is what we have to deal with when we're eating the food that the government wants us to eat and feed us and control us and everything else. Look, grow your own food, and there's no excuse. Even if you live in an apartment, you can grow sprouts. And the food you do get, at least make sure it's organic, and just really be aware of what you're eating and what you put in your body and your children's bodies. And please, if you have any property at all, do not, let me say, do not use Roundup. Do not use Roundup. It's completely toxic garbage. That will kill you. But I tell you, unorganic food is just as bad because they put a lot of chemicals in there that a lot of people don't know about or understand. So you need to do something about this. We need to make a change. So what's your opinion about this? If you are eating these cereals, are you going to stop eating them? Are you going to still trust these companies, or are you going to keep, or are you going to put your foot down and say, I'm not going to eat this anymore. It's time to switch to a raw vegan diet and just eat healthier. So you know, you have the choice, but put your opinion below the video. But I wanted to bring this up to my audience to let you know it's not one, not two, but up to 24 more cereals. So 26 in total, and that's just what they tested for, have been found. And we need to be aware of this. I'll say it again, folks. If you or somebody you know eats Cheerios or Quaker Oats, be careful, because they're finding trace amounts of this chemical that kills weeds. Guess what? It kills people also. You might as well say cancer-causing killer of people is found in Honey Nut and Cheerios and all these other cereals. We need to speak up and let people know these things. It's just craziness. And I wanted to get on here and just remind everybody that there is a way to eat a raw vegan diet that can help you be better, feel better, and live better. All right. Thanks for checking it out. Put your comments below the video. Be safe out there, folks. Have a good day.